It's Wednesday night. What the hell? It's 8 o'clock. You know what time it is. It is time for a very, very special edition of TV Talk, straight from live and direct New York Comic Con. Well, not really. I'm over in Hoboken. But anyway, somebody play the intro. I heard you on the wireless back in 50. Oh, what happened? The intro. We love the intro. This is why we do this live, ladies and gentlemen, because you know what? Like this happens. Let's try that one more. I heard you on the wireless back in 52. Lying awake, intent and tuning in on you. If I was young, it didn't stop coming through. They took the credit for your second symphony, rewritten by machine and new technology. And now I understand the problems you can see. I met your children. What did you tell them? Video killed the radio star. Oh, video killed the radio star. Oh, pictures came and broke your heart. Okay, I think it worked out now. Now, I am definitely not in the Sanctum of Awesome. I am live and direct, straight over in beautiful Hoboken, New Jersey. We're staying here, but we're going to be at the con tomorrow. So do not worry, folks. I'm here. I'm live. I'm direct. You know, this is the best thing that we're doing here. So obviously, this is not my normal setup. I'm doing what I can with what I got. So bear with me. But we're here to talk about some great TV things that are going to be coming out live and direct to you at New York Comic Con this whole weekend. And we've talked about a few things. We've talked about toys last Friday on Play for Keeps. We talked about a lot of the comic book stuff with Michael and Lauren and Ken on Turn a Page last night. Well, I guess we're going to make it a three-peat. And we're going to talk about most of the TVs and movie stuff. Primarily the stuff we're going to be covering when we get there. First things first, Thursday. My goodness, Thursday. Now, I've been coming here to New York Comic Con for at least 5 years now. This is my big, I'm this many years old this year. And I am so excited to finally be here, full-time in Nerd Initiative. So this is going to be a great opportunity. One thing I've noticed is Thursdays and Sundays are usually the typical slower days. It's not that anymore. New York Comic Con has stepped up their game like nobody's business. Honest to goodness. Kicking it right off at 11 o'clock tomorrow morning in the Jacob Javits Center. All right? HBO. Wait, sorry. I still can do the wrong camera thing. HBO is going to be doing the Penguin panel. Right at the top. Like, can you believe it? They're not messing around. They are setting the bar high. So damn high. Now, this panel is we're going to have Colin Farrell, Christina Milioti, like so many people from the cast. It's just going to be absolutely ridiculous. Come on. Again, not my normal setup, doing the best what I can. And on top of that, they also are going to have a sneak peek of some of the upcoming stuff that's going on in the show. So who do we got? We've got Colin Farrell, Christina Milioti, Renzi Feliz, Deirdre O'Connell, Michael Kelly, Clancy Brown, God love good Clancy Brown, Lauren LaFranc, and Mike Marino. What's great is Mike Marino is also the prosthetic makeup designer. That's the guy who takes and makes Colin Farrell look like Oswald Cobblepot. This one is like when the doors open, if you don't already have your little badge, and make sure you have your badges with you, clicked and ready to go. What day is James Gunn dropping the new DC slate? I don't know. I honestly don't know. Let's see. This is such a weird setup for me. All I know so far is that they're really only going to be talking about the Creature Commandos. I don't know when James Gunn's going to be dropping his new slate. The past few years, as far as New York Comic Con has been concerned, especially in a post-COVID world, after the dark times, the big two really realized after doing a lot of the virtual stuff that they can do their own stuff online. and really have you come in that way. There is some interesting stuff coming out in the comic book world, so make sure that you check out, our episode from last night on Turn a Page. You can definitely see there's also Atlas Comics coming, making a resurgence, as it were, here at New York Comic Con. They are the predecessor to Marvel, coming out in some sort of timely manner. So as far as I know, for DC right now, they're really going to be talking about Creature Commandos. I don't know about much of anything else, so hold on that. Now, this is all happening Thursday, like right at the top. So like I was saying, thanks, Blake, because, he had to ask me questions like that. So keep going on. 10 o'clock doors open. If you are not running your ass to the big hall to go and see this Penguin panel, don't even worry about it. If at 11:01 you are not right up in front of the door in those lines, going back and forth, zigging and zagging, forget it. You're not getting in. We even tried, and I think like we got one of our crew is going to the panel. Maybe. I can't even guarantee that. It's that crazy. At the same exact time at 11 o'clock, we're going to have Shrinking Season 2. Oh, yeah, it's okay. You're not that bad, Blake. We're going to have Shrinking Season 2, done by Apple TV. Now, this has Jason Segel, Harrison Ford, and a whole slew of other fantastic actors in this. I know that our buddy Matt has already done a fantastic review for all of Season 2 because it's all dropped at once because, streaming services is instant gratification. So make sure you go and check that out on nerdinitiative.com for my buddy Matt. Speaking of which, happy belated birthday. Oh, yeah. And we have stickers, too. So make sure if you find us, get a sticker if you see us on the floor. Somebody gives me a good old comment at 11 Direct. Might have a little bit more for you from my own stash. Anyhow, so we're Shrinking Season 2. There's a whole long panel. It's going to have a lot of the stars for it. I would definitely recommend, if you already got a pass for it, or if you've done your show clicks, or you sat there with the little random guy for earlier this month, last month, good luck getting in if you don't have it. And again, at the same freaking time. All right. And this one I missed in all my homework until today. Has Been Hotel is going to have a panel up in room 409 in the Javits. Now, for those of you who aren't aware, and this is your first time going to the Jacob Javits Center, all right? Or if you haven't been in a few years more specifically, there's the main building, and then next to it, there's a new addition, a big, huge, tall building, 4 floors high, escalators like wouldn't believe, elevators that, for the first year, nobody knew how to use, so it was kind of nice. It was great. But at the top floor is also going to be where the Empire stage is, and a lot of these big panels are going to be taking place there too. So make sure you have your New York Comic Con app. Make sure you are all prepared. Make sure you have your extra battery packs and chargers. I got a little tip list for you down here at the end. But yeah, Has Been Hotel is having a panel in room 409, and it's going to have Jason or Brightman, and it's going to have Adam, and it's going to have what's the name of the little Mipsy or Bipsy, or what the heck's her name? Either way, the fact that they're having a little panel here is just absolutely wonderful. Let's see. There we go. It's going to be Seeking Salvation, a Has Been Hotel panel. It's going to be room 405. Excuse me, folks. So it's going to have, not only is it going to have Alex Brightman, it is going to have Kimiko Glenn, who has been in so many things, including Into the Spider-Verse, but it's also going to have Vivian Mirando, who is the writer and creator of both Has Been Hotel and Hell of a Boss. So this is going to be one hell of a panel to get into. Again, it's one of those, hopefully you got your passport, or once that door opens at 11 o'clock, run your ass up to the 4th floor. All right, what do we got next lined up? So the Mayfair Witches. So Anne Rice's Mayfair Witches is coming back for Season 2 with Alexa Diodario as the starring role. I know my girl Lauren's going to be up in the press room on that, getting to interview all the stars, shaking and grooving and moving. I know I'll be doing some stuff on the floor at that point. So one, thank you, Lauren, for picking that up for me. I greatly appreciate it. And two, if you haven't been watching the series, it's Halloween time. Like Lauren said, it's Halloween time. It's spooky season. Get into it. It's a great show. I've always loved Alexa Dario's acting. So what are you waiting for? Get on it. AMC is doing some spooktacular stuff, and there's some other stuff that they're going to be coming out with later. Some of it's out, and I know that their other franchise, Shudder, is really kicking it up. All right, what are we talking about next? BritBox. Now, BritBox is a subscription service. If BritBox is if you are really like the Anglophile and you like your Doctor Who's and your Faulty Towers and what's the other one? All Creatures Great and Small. Another fantastic show I like, which a lot of people are very surprised that I enjoy. This is the subscription service for you to get. Passenger has not premiered yet. I have watched an episode or two, and let me tell you, you will get hooked into this murder mystery. It is absolutely wonderful. So they're going to be having a panel going on here at Comic-Con. They're going to be premiering it. Seriously, stay tuned, and trust me, you will enjoy them out of this. Can I get at least mumble it? I don't know. Now, Dune Prophecy. They are doing some great stuff over there, continuing the Dune franchise, especially while we're waiting for movies in between. Highly recommend. They are going to have a fantastic panel themselves. That panel is going to be on, I'm on the wrong thing. Again, weird setup this week because I'm in New Jersey. We're just going to blame everything on New Jersey. Everybody put NJ in the chat just so, we're just blaming New Jersey. So the Dune Prophecy panel is going to be also on Thursday at 3 o'clock. That's going to be on the Empire stage. Like I said, that's going to be in the Javits Center in the Javits North building all the way up on the top floor. Again, I highly hope that everybody here has taken the time to go in and get your tickets, get your badges, and hopefully there are still spots. If not, I wish you all best of luck to anybody who is really trying to get in on these panels. This is one of those you kind of had to plan ahead for things. What we got next. Now, Outlander. This is just going to be, they're having a panel this coming up, and it is going to be Thursday. It's going to be finishing off on Thursday. I got to tell you, this is really interesting to the fact that every single time I've been to Comic-Con, and like I said, I've been doing this for 5 years, this is the first time I've ever heard of press going on. I think it's because it's finally the end of the show and everything is finally coming up to an end. Claire and Jamie have now gone back to Scotland, and their daughter and her husband and their kids are going through a whole slew of things right now in modern times. And everything's finally coming to a head. They are going to have so many cast members. Claire, Jamie, Bree, Diana Gabaldon, who's written the whole book series, is going to be there as well. And the fact that I get to do the press room is I'm just grateful for the fact that I get to, it's one of the things I love to do. So I definitely say on Thursday, 6:30, go check it out. I wouldn't be surprised if they also preview an episode or just preview an extended peek. I'm just going to say that. I'm not guaranteeing anything. All right. Now, we were talking about this last night here on the stream. Batman Ninja is actually getting a sequel. So this is going to be Batman Ninja versus the Yakuza. I'm interested to see how they're going to do this, because if you take a look in the background, it looks like we've got characters inspired by Wonder Woman, The Flash, Aquaman. It's going to be really neat. If you saw the original movie a few years ago, more power to you. I particularly was on the fence about it, but I'll still give this one a fair shake because, it's Batman and it's ninjas, and can you go wrong with that? Now, the panel for that is going to be... Oh, bad idea to put ninja in when there's Naruto going on. That's going to be on Thursday at 3 o'clock. So you got some nice time to hang out, get some lunch, see some cosplayers, then go to that panel. I think it's going to be really interesting how they're going to do this. Not only going to talk about Batman versus the Yakuza League, they're also going to talk Batman Azteca, Choque de Imperios. And I'm I'm sorry if I butchered that. I apologize. It's been 20 years since I took Spanish class. What do we got next? Anime! All right, so I'm just going to pull up anime all together right here. Toei is having so much anime this year. It is absolutely wonderful. One Piece, we're definitely going to start seeing some stuff from the Egghead Saga. Fairy Tail, they are going to have a fantastic and amazing panel with the director of Fairy Tail, the creator of Fairy Tail. You definitely don't want to miss out on that. Dragon Ball Daima, I think that's what they're calling it. I know it's finally up on a lot of the streaming services. It's a whole new series. It is going to be a blast. I can't wait to see what they've got out on the floor, because ever since, the dark times, there was 1 year of Comic-Con where, honest to goodness, anime won the convention. They probably had a good 2/5 of the floor. I know I usually don't use fifths, but there was a lot of space taken up by anime. And since then, I also think that might also be the reason why DC and Marvel went left, because anime has taken over by storm. My wife this past year has watched so much damn anime. I think her middle name is now Crunchyroll. It's crazy. We're not going to say how much of everything she's watched, but she's watched plenty of anime this year, and it is amazing to see that this is still going on and it's still happening. Not only is Toei taking care of all 3 of these shows over, damn camera, these shows over here, but you're also going to see, there's also a fantastic Digimon panel with Seki Sensei, who is the grandmother of Digimon. She is the executive producer from the original Digimon 1 and 02 series. I had the pleasure of chatting with her last year. I'm hoping it'll happen again, because I really think with the 25th anniversary coming up, something is going to Digivolve. All right, what are we talking about next? We got Cross. Amazon's Cross is going to be premiering next month. This is going to be a detective forensic drama murder mystery series. I highly recommend you guys get on this. I can't say too much about it, with the exception of who's some of the cast on there, because, well, yeah, you can't do it. All right. So these are all based on the James Patterson books from the iconic book series, starring Aldous Hodge as the titular role, decorated homicide detective and forensic psychologist. Not only that, but we're going to have join Hodge, Isaiah Mustafa. If anybody doesn't remember who that guy is, hello, ladies. Look up, look down, look at me, look at him, look at me. Your man doesn't smell like me. Yes, Alex Cross. Helena Tal, Samantha Walks, Ryan Eggold, and executive producer Ben Watkins as a Tease the Murder Mystery series. In it, Alex Cross faces sadistic serial killers and deals with mysterious threat from his past that aims his grieving family and career and his life. Trust me, I've seen a few episodes. You are definitely going to get hooked on this one. I know I am, and I can't wait to see what the stream team does when these screeners come out. All right. So, staying online with AMC. They are going to have not 1, but 2 panels in The Walking Dead. If you can't tell, one of them might happen to be Daryl Dixon, the Book of Carol, where they're doing that. And after that, they're also doing Dead City. It is just going to be absolutely crazy. These panels are going to be from 6 to 8 on Friday. We're jumped to Friday now. And honest to goodness, I probably think this is going to be the biggest panel that people are going to want to go see. This is going to be on the main stage. The main stage is down on the bottom floor, and you have to kind of learn where to follow the crowd. It's a certain way to get into the main stage. You kind of have to go off to the one side, like where the signing area is, and they'll work your way in. Again, this one is definitely, if you have your badges, it has it on there on your itinerary, fantastic. If not, best of luck getting in. It is a 2-hour panel because they are going to do all The Walking Dead all at the same time, and we will be covering that from the press room as well. And then, of course, Dead City. Lucille is coming back. You know, Negan is bringing back Lucille. There have been some teasers out there, and yeah, I'm interested to see where this goes. I haven't watched Walking Dead in a very long time, but I've talked to my Walking Dead head friends, and they are extremely excited. Even my mom. Hi, Mom. Up next, we got Creature Commandos. So we've seen that this was already teased. And this one is going to be from Max, not HBO Max. I still have a bad habit of doing that. Saturday, 4:45 at the Empire Stage is going to do a sneak peek of the brand new DC Universe show. Just look at that. I mean, the one thing I love is when DC Animation does it, they do their thing right. If some of you might know, I've had an issue with the Tomorrowverse, and I think with James Gunn finally at the helm here, what we're going to get out of DC Studios is going to be chef's kiss perfect. So the guests for this, we're going to have Sean Gunn, Frank Grillo, Dave Harbour, Zoe Chow, Dean Lorry, Steve Agee, Josh Horowitz, James Gunn, just putting it out there, Alan Tudyk, and Maria Bakalova. Like, with that voice cast, the show is either set up for success or set up for failure. I don't know, but it's going to literally break the internet when it premieres. All right, what do we got next? Next, we've got The Toys That Made Us. Now, if you haven't been following along, The Toys That Made Us has been a fantastic series done by the Nycc company over the past few seasons on Netflix. They've done a lot of other shows, The Movies That Made Us. They're also involved with Comedy Dynamics. They do a bunch of stuff with the Star Trek universe. They have now branched out into comic books with our friend Melissa Flores as the writer for everything in the Nycc-verse. The Biker Mice from Mars is going to be coming out from them soon with Ryan Reynolds as one of the executive producers. Like, they're not messing around. So not only is The Toys That Made Us coming out from the Nycc company, I'm going to have a chat with the owner, Brian Volkweiss, and we're also going to be covering their brand new toy panel. Specifically, big heads up here, they're going to debut some of their new Star Trek line of toys. And they're not going to say who, but somebody who's very important to the Star Trek community will be a surprise guest as well. I don't know who. I wish I did. I'll probably find out way too late. And I hope I can get into this panel. Now, that one's going to be up in one of the smaller rooms, well, the medium-sized rooms up on 4th floor in the Javits. And again, it's going to be fantastic. I always love those panels when they did RoboForce, when they did just talking about Toys That Made Us. You know, Toys That Made Us is coming back on Netflix. They're going to be covering things like Hot Wheels, Lego. I think they've already done Lego. There's a lot. There's 4 or 5 new episodes coming out. And let me see. I should have the list right here. Toys That Made Us. So, coming back. So, Hot Wheels, Nerf, Pokemon, and more. Come on, give me more. I don't want and more. I just want more. Either way, Nacelle always puts out a fantastic. There you go. There's the answer. James Gunn panels. It's Saturday at 4:45. Thank you, Ken. And then on Sunday, they're going to be talking about, I couldn't get a graphic up for it that I liked, but they're going to be talking about House of Dragon doing a retrospective, which I think is kind of interesting that they're doing a retrospective this soon after only, 2 seasons. I think it's pretty interesting. There is a lot of stuff coming out here. I know the Paramount's going to be talking about SpongeBob. I know Disney's going to be talking about Phineas and Ferb coming back. So there's a panel with Dan Povenmire and Swampy Marsh. Honest to goodness, if you can't find a panel to go and sit in at New York Comic Con, you are not New York Comic Coning right. Few little things, little tips I got for you. Obviously, we've all been throwing them out all this past week in preparation for the show. One, make sure you have battery chargers with you. Make sure you have spare batteries ready because trust me, the signal in the Javits Center sucks. It is terrible. Last year they had over 200,000 people in the Javits Center. So you figure everybody is pulling on that Wi-Fi and that cell phone signal, your batteries are going to die so fast. It is not funny. What else do we have going on? We've got make sure your chargers, make sure you hydrate, make sure you bring breath mints, make sure decent hygiene. Be spatially aware of yourself. What do I mean by that? There's going to be a lot of cosplayers out there. They're going to have very limited range of motion or very limited range of view. Make sure that if you got that backpack or that swag bag, you have some idea where it might be. Do not stop in the middle of an aisle. Please move over. It's just like driving, ladies and gentlemen. Pull over to the side, send your text, and then keep going. If you see somebody that's filming some content, be polite. Don't go, hey, don't be that guy, because then they got to start all over. I really hope everybody out there has a fantastic convention. I really hope I get to see it. At the same time, if you do see me, come up, say hi, get a high five, a fist bump, whatever. I got stickers, I got stuff, I got swag. If there's anything else that you don't know about New York Comic Con, make sure you go to the New York Comic Con website. Make sure you download the app. Once you get that app, you can actually load up your own itinerary and it'll give you notifications and let you know, hey, it's time to go. Hey, your panel's starting, or hey, this one's going to be going soon. There's a lot of stuff going on. It can be overwhelming. Take your time, be aware of yourself, be aware of other people. All right. And as I usually like to say, as always, please be excellent to each other. Have a great con, and we'll catch you in the next one.